What's up, guys? Month 6, starting my own private soccer training company. A lot of stuff went down this past month, a lot of new stuff to come, but we're going to start out just breaking down what happened this last month. So, if you want to learn some stuff about business or if you want to learn a little bit about entrepreneurship, the struggles, this video is a literal, probably going to be a video about my struggles and how we're going to get through them and how we're going to continue to move forward. All right, so starting out, I dropped out of college, straight up dropped out of college. I had 1 year left, and I just decided that I really want to do what I'm doing right now, working with these kids, and I like running my own business. I like the challenges that come with it. So yes, it's going to be hard. I don't have that safety backdrop anymore, and it's hopefully going to push me to work even harder to make sure what I'm doing works out. So any of you guys that might be on the fence, I would say go for it, and I will share my journey as I mean, I went for it. I'm not some crazy like kid making 20K, 30K a month and decided to drop out of college. And I'm making like the bare minimum to survive. And this is going to be like how it comes, uh, how it looks in real life when this kind of thing happens. So starting out, let's just go over the goals that I had from last month. It was basically continue working with that manager, talking strategy. Uh, yes, I'm still working with my social media manager. She's amazing, and she's getting some videos with good views. I mean, it's more than anything just consistency. We haven't like had any crazy video blow up or anything besides one on YouTube, but figure out how to make my content better. We are slowly figuring that out. I need to continue to talk more on social media, share my personality, and that's going to be one of the goals moving forward. Um, Post YouTube shorts. I still have not been doing this. I need to. Uh, I'll talk about this and towards the end. Post one YouTube video per week. We only got 2 in, so did not quite hit this goal. Um, Recorded some talking videos, but not enough. And I did create a schedule to send out to everybody that did prioritize group sessions. Problem is I don't really have a big enough group of kids that I train with to really just say, okay, like this is my group training schedule, show up if you want. So I had some struggles there on getting enough people to show up to each one of my group sessions. But in the end, I mean, I still did fine. I'm taking a pivot, and I'm going to talk about that soon. Uh, Focus on long term vision. Definitely am focusing on. I mean, I definitely focus on long term vision, and I've got like a new plan that I'm going to approach moving into this next month. And that also relates to how I'm going to survive come fall, because with all of the kids going back to school, you only have so much training time from 4 p.m. when they get out of school to when it's dark. And here in Phoenix, there's not much. Uh, I mean, it's hot outside, so it makes it even harder. You can't just train like at 3 o'clock outdoors wherever. I mean, it's crazy hot. So, and then also prioritize my time better. Need to continue to do this. And yeah, I didn't really do this last thing, figure out sort of plan to open a facility. That's just going to be, I gotta keep taking one step forward in front of the next. And then once I keep doing this, we'll get closer and closer to these bigger goals. But moving into like just straight up wins and losses for this month. So yeah, my social media manager is consistent. I did focus on the new plan for the fall. I recorded talking videos. I did sign a 10-month lease with a new apartment because I dropped out of college. So I signed a lease. What's crazy is that I literally made the least amount of money this month. I mean, as you can see here, I went down. Now I also tracked the expenses that I'm sending to my social media manager. So like I paid her 500, and then also paid $100 for a field rental. Ended up making 1,000, which is lower than any of these other months. Which I'll explain the reason, but it only come out to be $415, which is like nothing, like actually terrible money. But that's okay. I think that the main reason is because of this new approach I'm taking, and we'll see how this new approach goes, and I'll talk about that soon. But yeah, signing a 10-month, having to pay rent each month, not going to college, and making the least amount of money is a big hit all at once. So figuring out how to manage all this is going to be really, really hard. But moving forward, real quick, I'm going to talk about the goals that I've got and how. So Moving into this next month, I'm gonna really start focusing on a more high ticket sale. So instead of just training a kid here and there, having 10 kids like show up to group sessions here and there, nothing being really consistent. With school coming around the corner, I'm gonna need to focus on consistency. So I'm gonna create a more high ticket offer where I offer 2 to 3 kids a spot in my program, and it's gonna be like a 3 month commitment, and it's a lot higher of a charge. So like 1, 2, 3 training times per week, whatever they can, but like one training time per week minimum. But it also is going to include like Zoom coaching, a film review, mindset coaching, stuff like that. And it's all going to be in one payment package per month. And this is going to help me get a more consistent income under my belt. And then I can move towards some other goals that I have with the online training and the online community and stuff like that. And just growing my presence online. Because if I don't have a consistent income coming in, everything's going to fall apart very, very fast. So I need to prioritize that. And that's what my main goal is going to be moving into this next month. So yeah, like August goals, focus on that plan to get a couple kids committed. I'd say if I got 2 committed clients, that would be amazing. Even just one, I'd be okay with. And then think about just how to get consistency. Even outside of that high ticket program, I'm still going to want my kids. I'm going to, instead of just doing one off sessions, like, hey, you have to commit to like a subscription, whether that's a subscription to train twice a month, and you can choose which sessions you go to, or 4 times a month or 8 times, whatever that is. I'm doing consistency so I can have a a reoccurring revenue, and it's they need to show up. It's not just, oh, you can show up and pay me here and there. Like I need to start figuring out how to turn this into a legit business, and that's how I'm going to go about it. uh, Figure out how I'm going to target homeschoolers moving into the school season. I know it's going to be huge to target homeschoolers because I'm going to have a lot of time throughout the day, like right now, that if I can get these homeschoolers to, I can get a big audience of homeschoolers that would be willing to train with me. That would be huge. And then also just really focus on talking videos and YouTube videos. Like I need to start really prioritizing that. And I think that I'm going to, I have to, uh, and it's going to be a huge priority moving into this next month. So we will see a lot more on social media. And then just continuing to prioritize my time better. I gotta prioritize my time better. If I don't, like I literally go broke and I'll have to like be on the side of the road home. No, I'm just kidding. But I actually do have to figure it out. And if I don't, then I won't be able to continue doing what I'm doing because I gotta pay my bills, especially now that I'm growing up. I got rent to pay, cars breaking down. We got like struggles. This is like struggle month. So next month's gonna have to be come out the mud month. We gotta figure things out. And like if I don't prioritize my time, then it's not gonna work. I'm not gonna succeed. All my dreams are gonna fail, and that's not gonna happen. So like if I ever look back, like this is look, it was all glitchy. I don't even know if this microphone's still working. It might just be the computer audio, but I don't know. But anyways, um, this is like tough month, and if you're an entrepreneur, like these kind of things happen, and you just gotta keep working through it. And I'm gonna show that like next video. Hopefully, hey, we've got some consistent income, we've got some things figured out, and we're able to just keep taking that step forward. And then one day, right now I'm struggling to have. Dang, Mike, everything's like glitching out. But that's gonna change, and I will keep you guys updated. If you have any questions, like reach out to me on Instagram, uh, hit me questions in the comments, whatever. Y'all have a good one.